Hello and good day. Welcome to our video channel, God's Promises. And today's video, Bible verse Psalm 3. Let's get started now. Psalm 3 is a powerful prayer of King David, in which he cries out to God for help and protection. This psalm is often considered a healing scripture, as it emphasizes the restorative power of God in times of trouble. Verse 1. Lord, how are they increased that trouble me? Many are they that rise up against me. In the opening verse of Psalm 3, David expresses his distress at the number of people who are opposing him. He recognizes that he is surrounded by enemies, and he turns to God for help in his time of need. This verse is a reminder that no matter how many people may come against us, we can always turn to God for protection and guidance. Verse 2. Many there be which say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. Selah. The second verse of Psalm 3 speaks to the feelings of despair and hopelessness that can often accompany difficult times. David acknowledges that there are those who doubt that God will come to his aid, and he takes a moment to reflect on this fact. The word Selah at the end of the verse is often interpreted as a call to pause and reflect on the words that have just been spoken. Verse 3. But thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory, and the lifter up of mine head. In verse 3, David turns his attention to the power and protection of God. He affirms his belief that God is his shield and protector, and that he will lift him up and give him strength in times of trouble. This verse is a powerful reminder that no matter how difficult our circumstances may seem, we can always find strength and hope in God. Verse 4. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. Selah. In this verse, David emphasizes the importance of prayer and communication with God. He declares that he cried out to God for help, and that God heard him from his holy hill. This verse is a reminder that God is always listening to our prayers, and that we can find comfort and solace in knowing that we are not alone. Verse 5. I laid me down and slept, I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. Verse 5 speaks to the power of rest and rejuvenation, even in the midst of difficult circumstances. David declares that he was able to sleep soundly, knowing that God was sustaining him and protecting him. This verse is a reminder that even in our times of greatest need, we can find rest and peace in God. Verse 6. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves against me round about. In verse 6, David declares his confidence and faith in God's protection. He affirms that he will not be afraid of the multitude of people who have set themselves against him, knowing that God is with him and will give him strength. This verse is a reminder that we can face even the most daunting of circumstances with confidence and courage, knowing that God is with us. Verse 7. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for thou hast smitten all mine enemies upon the cheekbone, thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly. In verse 7, David calls upon God to act on his behalf and to save him from his enemies. He affirms his belief that God has the power to overcome all obstacles, and that he will protect and defend his people. This verse is a reminder that we can always call upon God for help, and that he has the power to overcome any obstacle that we may face in life. Verse 8. Salvation belongeth unto the Lord, thy blessing is upon thy people. Selah. In the final verse of Psalm 3, David affirms his belief in the saving power of God. He declares that salvation belongs to the Lord, and that his blessing is upon his people. The word Selah at the end of the verse is a call to pause and reflect on the words that have just been spoken. In conclusion, Psalm 3 is a powerful prayer of King David, in which he turns to God for help and protection in times of trouble. The psalm emphasizes the restorative power of God and the importance of prayer and communication with him. Each verse carries with it a deep meaning and symbolism that can provide comfort and guidance to those who are struggling. Through the words of Psalm 3, we are reminded of the strength and protection that we can find in God, and the importance of putting our faith and trust in him. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspirational content. See you in the next video. Wishing you a very happy day.